Hey guys, and in this video we're going to be finding out which is the best Megaminx on the market. Today we are comparing the three Megaminxes, the Shengshou Megaminx, the Yuhu Megaminx, and the Dayan Megaminx with ridges. To see which one of these Megaminxes is the best, we're going to put them through a series of tests using these four categories: general info, speed and feel, corner cutting and lockups, and other design flaws. In each of these categories, the puzzles will be rated on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best, so the puzzle at the end with the most amount of points is the best Megaminx. Let's get started. To start off, on the Cubicle.us, the Shengshou Megaminx is $12, which is an excellent price for any Megaminx. As well as, the Yuhu is $12 on the Cubicle.us, which is awesome. And lastly, the Dayan Megaminx is almost $20 at the Cubicle.us, which is kind of expensive. Also included in this category, I like to take a look at the sticker shades and other things about the cube that can be noteworthy. So, all the sticker shades on all of these puzzles are really nice. I mean, there's nothing bad about any of them, and they all have the same color scheme exactly, so there's no problems there. However, the Shengshou Megaminx is the smallest out of all of them, just by a little bit. It's basically the same size as the Dayan, but the ridges do add some height. The Yuhu is definitely the biggest out of the group, and by a significant amount that you can notice it during solves, which isn't a bad thing by any means, but it's just something to note. Alright, the scores for the general info category are listed here below. Out of 5 points, the Shengshou receives 3.5 because it has a very cheap price, but compared to the Yuhu, which also has the same price, it doesn't really add up very well. Everything about it is pretty good. The Yuhu gets a 4 out of 5 because it has a great price and for, I'd say, better quality. And the Dayan also gets a 3.5 just because it may have a terrible price, but the ridges Dayan came up with are such a great idea, and I wish all Megaminxes would just come with ridges automatically. Okay, just so you know, the scores will be listed below the entire time in case you want to know at any point which Megaminx is winning. So the next category is speed and feel, and we're going to start here with the Shengshou. The Shengshou, to test the speed on all of these Megaminxes, I'm just going to flick them as hard as I can and see how many rotations they can do. So the Shengshou, it can do about 2 rotations with 1 flick, which is pretty fast, but not the fastest I've seen. The feel is very smooth, a little bit crispy here and there. It has a nice sound, it's very quiet. Overall, algorithms flow pretty nice, and the feeling is rather nice. A little bit catchy here and there, but overall it's pretty nice. The Yuhu speed is very good at about 2 rotations as well. Maybe a little bit less. Not the fastest Megaminx out there, but its feel is very, very smooth, very sandy. It's just like any MoU or YJ cube. It's very nice. I really like the feel. It flows very nice. Algorithms flow even better on this, and it's not as catchy as the Shengshou. The Dayan Megaminx is kind of a weird story. Its speed is also not the fastest, but it is still really fast. The feeling when turning slow is extremely bumpy and unpleasant, but when turning fast, it is so fast. It's like the Dayan 2x2, except a little bit more crunchy. It's really nice, and it's probably my favorite feel out of all these puzzles. Alright, for the speed and feel category, the Shengshou gets a 3.5, the Yuhu gets a 4, and the Dayan gets a 4 as well, and those will just be added to the last scores to make the total. So the Shengshou gets a 3.5 because it's fast. It's the fastest one here, but its feeling isn't the best. It's really catchy and not very pleasant, but it's still an okay feel. The Yuhu is the second fastest of these three, and the feeling is pretty good. Not the best, but definitely better than the Shengshou's. And then the Dayan is the slowest one, but its feeling is so great. It doesn't catch at all, and it's really nice. So, these are the scores for this round. Alright, the next category is corner cutting and lockups, and we'll start over here as usual with the Shengshou. So, let's put the Shengshou at about there and see if it can do it. Okay, it can corner cut there. We'll try 45 degrees or whatever the actual degrees is. You kind of have to force it, and it really doesn't do it. Let's just try one more time. It's not really doing it. Let's try reverse. Barely at all. It's not very good at corner cutting. Now let's try the Yuhu. Let's just go straight to 45. It can do that. We'll go a little bit past. It can still do it. Okay, even more past. And it's going to lock up right there. Let's do some reverse. So about a half a piece. Nope. A little bit less than half a piece. It can only really do the curves that it has, but that's still okay. The Dayan, skip to 45. It can do it, but with a little bit more force. But when are you ever really going to cut a Megaminx like this? Okay, and then we'll do a reverse corner cut at about a half a piece. And it actually does it, unlike the Yuhu. So that's pretty good. Now let's talk about lockups. The Shengshou locks up a whole bunch when performing ALGs. It's just like that. It's just not very pleasant to turn. It locks up, and it's just not, Then we have the Yuhu, which doesn't really lock up that much at all. It's just kind of floppy. It's just kind of, everything wants to move, and it's not the greatest thing. Like, it's hard to explain. It doesn't lock up, but it just kind of deforms, and then you can't really turn it sometimes. The Dayan never locks up, ever, when you're turning it. Algorithms flow flawlessly. There's nothing wrong. You can do whatever you want. I mean, it doesn't lock up, like, at all. The Yuhu kind of doesn't really either, like I said. It just deforms. Okay, for the corner cutting and lockups category, the Shengshou gets a 2 out of 5, the Yuhu gets a 4 out of 5, and the Dayan also gets a 4 out of 5. The Shengshou gets a 2 out of 5 because it locks up every other turn and can't really corner cut either way. The Yuhu gets a 4 because it can corner cut to the extremes of past 45 degrees, but it's not the most unlucky cube for the reasons I explained earlier. And the Dayan can't corner cut like that, but it doesn't lock up at all. It's great. And the last category is design flaws. This includes anything that I just can't stand about the cube, like corner twists or something. So let's just start with the Shengshou. There's nothing really wrong with it. It doesn't pop, doesn't corner twist. I don't think it's even possible for it to corner twist. There's really no design flaws about it except for not putting Florian cuts in there. But yeah, I mean, nothing's wrong with it. I mean, it doesn't fall apart or anything, so that's pretty good. The Yuhu is a different story. There's a couple things wrong with it. I've had corner twists because it's really easy to corner twist it, and it's so freaking like wobbly and it deforms so easily. Like, look at it. It's just it's not nice. I mean, my tensions aren't that tight or that loose, and it's just it deforms and stuff, and it's that's my major problem with that. The Dayan doesn't really have anything wrong with it at all. Sometimes you get like, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just trying to really brainstorm and try to think. It doesn't pop, doesn't corner twist, no weird lockups. It's basically perfect in this category. So the final scores are: the Shengshou gets a 13 out of the possible 20 points, the Yuhu gets a 15 out of the possible 20 points, and the Dayan gets a 16. Now let's just go into the final thoughts about these puzzles. So the Shengshou Megaminx, in my opinion, is kind of obsolete to the Yuhu, considering that they're the same price, and, well, the Yuhu's better. You gotta face the facts. The Shengshou is a good Megaminx, if you have it lubed and tensioned correctly, but I don't see a purpose for it anymore. If you are a Shengshou collector or you like the Shengshou Megaminx, then go all for it. It's still a good Megaminx and speed cubable. Then we have the Yuhu, which definitely takes the Shengshou's place as being the budget Megaminx here. This could work for anyone, just depending on your preferences and how you like how your puzzles feel. I mean, the world record could be set with this, and I wouldn't be surprised. And then the Dayan Megaminx, released a long time ago, is still, in my opinion, the best Megaminx. It's just the greatest, and the best touch, the cherry on top, the ridges are such a good idea. I mean, how? Like, how don't other Megaminxes have it? It's so useful. You can grip it so much easier. So, there you have it. The Dayan Megaminx is the best Megaminx on the market. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and comment what you want to see next. I have so many puzzles from Nationals that I can review and do other things like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye.